It's no secret that watch prices are skyrocketing. Gone are the days when you could snag a Rolex Submariner for just a few thousand. With every wave of new releases, retail prices get a little kick up, and there's no sign of that changing anytime soon. For the average enthusiast, this might seem like a tough break, but that's just one way to look at it. Shift your perspective, and you might be pleasantly surprised. Number 1. Chrono Wrist Date. It might feel like the best watchmaking has been swallowed up by the rising tide of high prices, but it's really just about knowing where to look. Top-tier Swiss craftsmanship from a historic brand isn't only reserved for those with deep pockets. Take the Chrono Wrist Date, for example. This watch comes from a brand that was established just a year before Rolex and was once among the top 10 largest watchmakers in the world, producing over 1.2 million watches per year. This model revives a 1970s racing design, bringing a vintage aesthetic to modern wrists. And with vintage prices hitting absurd levels, the Chrono Wrist Date offers a compelling alternative. At £1,450, you're getting Swiss quality at a fraction of the cost of comparable historic models. Sized at 39 millimeters, it avoids the common pitfalls of being too bulky or too small. The watch features a Sellita SW200 automatic movement and an internal bezel controlled by a crown, adding functional charm to its retro looks. With strap options in leather, rubber, fabric, or steel, and dial choices in gray or black, it's a watch that offers variety while maintaining affordability. Number 2. Rolex Oyster Quartz. Back in the 1920s, an engineer at Bell Labs, Warren Morrison, made a discovery that would shake up the watch industry decades later. A quartz crystal can be used to precisely measure time. Fast forward to the 1970s, and quartz technology had taken the watch world by storm. Rolex, never one to be left behind, developed its own quartz watch, the Oyster Quartz. Instead of adopting the problematic Beta 21 quartz movement developed by Swiss brands collectively, Rolex took a different approach. They modified their own caliber 3035, replacing the escapement with a quartz oscillator that vibrated 4 times faster than the Beta 21. This was combined with a fully mechanical movement, giving the Oyster Quartz its signature backlash-free ticking second hand. But Rolex didn't stop there. The movement also featured thermocompensation, adjusting voltage based on temperature for even greater accuracy. Here's the shocking part. While Rolex models today sell for eye-watering prices, you can still find an Oyster Quartz for around £3,000. That's less than half of what you'd pay for a modern steel and gold Datejust. Number 3. Omega Moonwatch. By now, everyone knows the story of the Omega Speedmaster Professional, famously worn on the moon. With 2019 marking the 50th anniversary of the moon landings, Omega made sure no one forgot it. But while Omega loves reminding everyone of its lunar legacy, there's something else about the Moonwatch that often gets overlooked. Its incredible value. Today, if you want to own what many consider to be the ultimate chronograph, you might assume you'd need to look at Rolex's Daytona. The problem? The Daytona costs a whopping £9,550 at retail, and good luck finding one at that price. It's perpetually sold out. Even Omega's own Seamaster Bullhead chronograph will set you back £6,620. But the Speedmaster Professional? Brand new. It's just £3,810. And if you're willing to go pre-owned, you can find one for under £3,000. For a watch with a manual wind caliber, 1861 chronograph movement, true NASA heritage, and a timeless design, that's an unbeatable deal. Number 4. Grand Seiko. You've probably heard the phrase needing no introduction, but Grand Seiko is one of those brands that, outside Japan, still flies under the radar. Originally established to compete with the Swiss, Grand Seiko stunned the industry by winning the 1968 Swiss accuracy trials, beating even the best Swiss manufacturers. But as Seiko shifted focus to quartz technology, Grand Seiko went quiet. That is, until 1998, when the brand was revived with a singular mission: to outperform the Swiss once again. What makes Grand Seiko special? Unlike even Rolex, Grand Seiko produces every single part of its watches in-house. Take a close look at a Grand Seiko dial, and you'll notice something astonishing. The hands and markers aren't just cut and applied. They're hand-polished to an almost unreasonable level of precision. The difference might seem minor at first, but under the right lighting, the flawless reflections reveal an attention to detail that's unmatched at this price. And because this particular Grand Seiko uses the ultra-precise 9F quartz movement, featuring aged quartz crystals and a high-torque stepping motor, it delivers unparalleled accuracy, all for under 3,000 pounds. Number 5. Blancpain Léman Flyback Chronograph. Grand Date, owning a watch from one of the founding fathers of Swiss watchmaking, one packed with complications and fine craftsmanship, feels like an unattainable dream. After all, brands like Patek Philippe, Vacheron Constantin, and Audemars Piguet demand tens or even hundreds of thousands for their masterpieces. But what if that dream wasn't entirely out of reach? Enter the Blancpain Léman Flyback Chronograph Grand Date. Blancpain, established in 1735, predates the American Revolution. And while many people think of Blancpain only in terms of the legendary 50 Fathoms dive watch, the brand's expertise extends far beyond that. The Léman Flyback Chronograph is powered by the Frederick Piguet-based 69 F8 caliber, packing a flyback chronograph, a big date function, and a column wheel mechanism, all within a stunningly decorated movement featuring Côte de Genève striping, hand-beveled edges, and perlage finishing. Brand new, this watch retailed for around 10,000 pounds, which is already a bargain for a high-complication Swiss timepiece. But on the pre-owned market, it can be had for as little as 5,000 pounds, less than an Omega Seamaster bullhead. The future of affordable luxury watchmaking may seem bleak, but the truth is, there are still hidden gems out there. If you know where to look, you can still find exceptional watches from top brands without spending a fortune. Now, we want to hear from you. What's your favorite luxury watch bargain? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more incredible watch content. Check out the description below for links to more watches worth your time.